Nice of you. Nice for the game to actually do that.
Leon! Leon.
Alright, let's... What does the creator desire? To release Elpis.
Please know that you are my hope.
She is my hope. A blind hope.
Okay.
Hope.
This is it.
Alright, let's see.
What are you doing, Grace?
Spencer regretted what he did. He...
Well done.
You promised.
Yes, that I would let him live. Mr. Kennedy, I give you the honor of experiencing my power firsthand.
I'm not sure Elpis is what you think it is. There's nothing special about me. I was never any king. Spencer wanted to make amends. He...
But you released Elpis. What is it? Tell me!
Leon!
Why? My powers!
Elpis is Spencer's atonement. It's an antiviral.
Amazing. I am humbled by my master's genius.
Your research was wrong. Elpis wasn't a weapon. There was never a key.
Spencer's paper was obviously incomplete. There was no connection between Grace and Emily.
Do you know how much time and money I wasted on this?
Don't you see the genius? With Elpis, all virus-based weapons are useless. The world order will be thrown into chaos.
We wanted a weapon.
Instead, Spencer gave us anarchy. I will carry his torch and bring his vision to life.
You? You and Spencer were a means to an end.
Yet he outwitted you all.
Spencer defied us and paid the price with his life. He was nothing.
You are nothing but an imitation.
It's over, Victor. The Connections is done with you!
We can't let him have it.
Your ignorance is staggering.
Leon, it's a cure. Oh, it's working. Leon, it's working. Wake up.
Now, let it all come down. All of it.
Grace, what happened?
There we go, the real deal is happening now.
gonna go? Grab something! Grace. Grace! Time to bury Umbrella's last skeleton.
Spencer's vision lives through me. I will see that it is brought to fruition.
And how many more will have to die for that vision?
Yeah, it doesn't work like
Sacrifices must be made. In the grand scheme, a few lives.
Not to me. I swore that I'd always protect those lives.
well, all my health items are already going down the drainer. Fuck you. I can't do shit to you. Alright, calm down, fucking Zeus.
Seems you're reaching the limit.
Where did you get that from?
I will not let those ideals win. Give it up!
Whoa. Wait, but there's a bazooka. Hell yeah. Don't worry, I will make room for it. It wouldn't be my first time. What? You might want to sharpen that.
It's over.
Definitely not.
Good riddance.
There we go, there's the big one.
Nemesis. You're so damn relentless.
Leon, how did you recognize that it's fucking Nemesis? Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Med injector. I don't know where to go, there's not enough room for anything. I do recognize this. RE3 remake. Reload, reload.
This time, you ain't getting back up.
Grace, where are you?
Sherry.
Sherry, come in. Sherry.
Shit.
Grace!
Grace, hang on. Fuck. Grace. Grace.
Leon.
We need to get you out of here. Come on. Let's get you out.
There's no way out this thing.
side. I'm gonna sit right here with you.
I guess this is it then.
Grace?
Leon S. Kennedy?
Depends who's asking.
Alpha, you read me, sir? Yeah, they're safe. I got them. Yes, sir. Mr. Kennedy, I have a message from Captain Redfield.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Do we get to see him? Probably not. Roll the credits. Oh no, there's something still happening.
I'll be damned. Can't believe that antiviral actually worked. Feel better than I have in ages.
Oh, thank God. I'm glad you're okay.
We got a dose with your name on it. We'll be back in action in no time.
Thank you, Leon.
Would have been a lot smoother if Chris hadn't been so late to the party.
Where is Chris, anyway?
No idea. I'm sure I'll run into him at some point. Hey, I'll call you back. It's over then.
Yeah. Elvis really was our last hope.
Oh, let's pray Umbrella hasn't left us any more nasty surprises.
I wish we could have saved Emily.
Grace. I didn't hit any of her vitals. She could still be alive.
What are you saying?
Maybe we can save her.
The government has confirmed the existence of an actively trading bioweapons lab located here in the ruins of Raccoon City. The origin point for the worldwide spread of bioorganic weapons. This illegal facility appears to have been in operation for decades.
Sources say that the extension of the lockdown and the recent series of mysterious deaths may be related to tragic events in Raccoon City 28 years ago.
Evidence seized in Raccoon City has led the Justice Department to reopen its investigation into Oswald Spencer and the long-defunct Umbrella Corporation. Some believe the government deliberately drove Umbrella into bankruptcy.
The late Alyssa Ashcroft is credited with cracking the Oswald Spencer story. Conspiracy theorists are already claiming that she was killed in a cover-up, and that the organization responsible is secretly controlling our government.
Tonight, in a speech from the Oval Office, the president is expected to reject allegations of any government involvement since the Raccoon City incident.
So this is it. This is the proper ending. I seriously thought, like, we probably got some copyrighted music here, but I don't care. You can play all that copyrighted music you want. But for myself, I'm gonna lower the volume so I can hear myself speak. But yeah, fucking hell, Resident Evil fucking 9 Requiem. I think Capcom just made a game. They made a game, and it's fucking awesome. Is it better than Resident Evil 7? Windows Update, fuck off. Is Resident Evil Requiem better than Resident Evil 7 and Village? Yes, by a long shot. Resident Evil 7, at the very beginning, awesome game, I love it. But later down the line, it turns weird and I don't know what to say about that game. Resident Evil Village, it was alright. But Ethan, as a character, for me at least, was... I don't know. I didn't like him that much. And the whole game itself was a bit like, eh. Well, it was good. It was good. Village was good. 7 was good. But comparing to Requiem, man. And it's not because I got to play as Leon. It's not because I got to play as Leon. But the overall presentation and the areas you get to explore and the story, it's really good. They really went out. They really went out. Like they brought back Alyssa Ashcroft, a character from Resident Evil Outbreak. We got mentions of Chris in this game. We have Sherry in the game. We have Raccoon City in the game. We have fucking Lickers in the game. We got fucking Mr. X in the game. And we have Wesker's ripoff Xeno. Still no idea where he came from, but he's there. Maybe he was mentioned in one of the lore files somewhere at some point in one of the Resident Evil games. I just don't remember anymore, but this game was fucking awesome. It's like an awesome mix of survival horror and the action horror that we know and love. It's like you got Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, the original classic survival horror. There you got that. There you go. That's Grace's Grace's portion of the game. Then you got the action horror. There you go. There's Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. And to be honest, the Grace's section, like I just said, 1, 2, and 3, it's also a good combination of Resident Evil 7, because Resident Evil 1, you're playing as an elite unit that got to go into the Spencer's mansion. Resident Evil 2 is rookie Leon and Claire. It's their first time. Now, Resident Evil 3, you already have Jill, who already has experienced the viral outbreak, so she knows what she's doing, and she's already a badass. But then you have, like, Resident Evil 7, when you have Ethan, and he's, like, again, he's an average Joe. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. How to even survive. He doesn't know shit. And Grace, a regular FBI agent, nothing special, nothing out of the ordinary. Just, here's an assignment, go do it. I still think it's a... Like, I have that joke with my friends that that's basically work abuse. Abuse at work. I mean, you got a character who has a mother who died in a murder case, and you, the daughter, get sent to the same place where your mother was murdered to investigate. So that was kind of like a sick joke from the bosses from the FBI for Grace. So that's a bit of work abuse. They could have sent anyone else over there except for Grace. And probably if they sent someone else, this game would happen a lot differently, because they were still trying to get Grace, and that was one of the... Then again, like we learned, the government was working with Umbrella, so it probably came down as orders that they have to get Grace to that fucking motel. But man, so much good shit. It's like every part of the game was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Okay, I kind of had gripes with the whole zombies waving guns at you, but you know, it kind of needs to be there. But at the same time, no. Okay, I understand Resident Evil. What was it? 5 was the first one with the enemies with weapons. But then again, Resident Evil 4, Las Plagas, that's a plaga, that's not really a virus, it's like a parasite infection. Resident Evil 5 is Ouroboros, which is basically the same as Las Plagas, it's also a parasitic infection. Resident Evil 6, however, it was a... What was it again? Oh man, it's been a while since I played RE6. It was like a deviation from the T virus and the G virus, so they called it the C virus, so it was technically zombies, but then you have the Juavo, or whatever they're called. on Chris's scenario in RE6. And then you have zombies running around with guns blazing, driving tanks and shit. Well, I don't remember they drove tanks or not, but that game was over the top. That game was a bit too much when it came to over the top. But this game is like, yeah, you get a few zombies that had guns, like, okay, they could kill you very quickly and shit. Oh, and you also have the special forces that you had to deal with. So it was thankfully, it was just a really small section where you had to fight human soldiers with guns. Okay, it was only in that one section, so it's fine. And then the whole fight with Hunk, I forgot to mention, Hunk was in the game, which I'm surprised massively. Though I kind of wished we saw a bit more, like lore, like a bit more talking with Hunk and shit. It kind of went by really quickly. Yeah, I don't know, there's like so much to talk about, like going to Raccoon City, having to fight a giant ass spider, something that the fans always wanted to see with like Resident Evil 2 remake and 3 remake. Because spider enemies was a big part of the classic RE games. Okay, they barely appeared in those games, in the originals I mean, but they were there. T-virus infected everything. So what's a world where there is no spiders? And I mean, a spider wouldn't try to eat a bit of that good old T-virus? Though I kind of never understood why we never got some giant ass rat enemies. I mean, they were the main carriers of the virus, weren't they? Yeah. What else I can say? The whole going back to Raccoon City, like the whole shebang taking place back in Raccoon City, where it all fucking started. Amazing. Having to explore the RPD, Leon getting some flashbacks and stuff. It's like amazing. Nothing short of amazing. Freaking Porsche. Like so many thoughts are going through my head, I don't even know what to talk about. What about the villains? Victor Gideon. He was pretty good. Though the final fight was a bit short. Alright.
And Sherry's okay? Oh, good. I'm so glad. Emily, yeah, she's doing great. I'm actually teaching her how to read.
Grace. Grace. Where's that report?
Sorry. Leon, gotta go. Catch up soon.
Oh, look at that.
Remaining BSAA forces have been neutralized. Retrieving the objective before they send in the wolves.
Well, the series is not over, clearly. So the next game, presumably, is gonna be something to do with Chris, I believe. But yeah, Victor Gideon was an interesting antagonist. Though I think he was not shown enough. Like, focus got taken to Zeno. Zeno was like, who is this guy? He's like a fake Albert Wesker. He's got the sunglasses, he's got the blonde hair, he's got the hair gel in the glasses in the hair, looking all fancy and shit, having that fancy gun of his. Who was he really? I don't know. Like, maybe there was a file. Gonna have to read that. Hope and Requiem. Yeah, I got some music in the background now, so it's not complete silence. And Leon was great. Amazing performance. I honestly, when I chose the first ending for Destruction, I was actually shocked that they killed off Leon like that. But I thought, it's like, no way, that it's not supposed to end like that. It's not gonna end like that. It can't end like that. They just they barely showed Leon dying. He was like, bam, dead. There's a blood puddle on the floor, and they barely even show him. And the focus just goes away, like, and then just credits roll. I was like, what? This is Resident Evil. We're supposed to have like a big ass fucking boss fight. I was like, thinking about it, like, no. There's no way that they're gonna kill off a main character. Like, if they killed off Grace, it would have been more believable, since they did kill off Ethan in the village. It would have been more believable. It's a new character, and the new character dies in the new game they appear in. That would be kind of okay, I guess. But Leon, like, you can't even, like, you can't imagine like Jill dying, Chris dying, Leon dying, Ada dying. So I was like, no, that can't be fucking true. And the game even knows, it asked if you want to go back and look at the other ending. And thank God it did, because my last save was not that close by. But I would have played it anyway. But I'm glad it turned out like it did. Oh, I forgot to mention, Grace as a character. She was very good. I like her a lot. You got that whole, you can like feel that she has like some kind of trauma in her, like where she starts to panic to a point where she cannot breathe even. Like, that's proper fear in a character. And she's just written very well. Her design is good. Her section when playing the game was also really nice, like classic Ari. It did kind of switch from her to Leon at the very end, like midway through the game, but still, Grace had a really strong section inside the Chronic Care Center, and I really enjoyed playing her portion. I liked having to actually like sneak around, having very limited resources, like you cannot shoot everything. Well, you probably can, in a way, but I don't know. I really enjoyed Grace's story, and I enjoyed Leon, but the end section, like I said before, like really reminded me of Metal Gear Solid 4. Like, I even saw a meme on Reddit where Leon going back to Raccoon City is kind of the same as Solid Snake returning to Shadow Moses in Metal Gear Solid 4, and then basically dying, almost dying during the final mission to save the world. Well, of course, we never knew what actually happened to him, but from what I can guess, well, I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid 4 now. Metal Gear Solid 4, well, there was no cure for Snake, so presumably he has died. But so has the series, so I would say that it was a fitting end. But Resident Evil, heroes survive, and Leon did. Because I've always thought about this. They create a virus, but do they ever not create a vaccine just in case things go south? Like, we even saw that in Resident Evil 3, where Jill got infected by the Nemesis virus, or whatever virus Nemesis gave to Jill. And you were able to get the vaccine and heal her. And even for Sherry in RE2, she got infected with the G embryo, so she technically had the G virus inside of her. But you could go into the lab. Birkin made a vaccine. But for the T virus, the original T virus, the progenitor virus, I'm not really sure if progenitor and the T virus is exactly the same thing, but they did. But Spencer actually did make a vaccine, and it actually exists, called Elpis. And I like the fact that the antagonists were like, look, Grace is the child for Spencer, and she's important. She probably has all the things. She is very important. But in the end, she's not. Because that was only one thing that nobody knew, apart from Spencer and Alyssa, that Grace is completely normal without any viruses or testing. Maybe she was created, but she was not experimented on. She was clean from the get-go. And Elpis existed to reverse what Spencer did. So I'm glad even Sherry got healed. But then I got to think. This got me thinking, like, my mind's like currently thinking stuff like, shouldn't Chris, actually Claire Redfield, she was also in Raccoon City. She should be infected as well. So I would like to know what's up with that. And speaking of, a character which I wanted to see but did not appear in the game, Ada Wong. Where was she? And she was also in Raccoon City, so she's also infected. So who knows, maybe the next game will evolve around Claire. I was gonna say Claire and Ada. Ada usually appears where Leon is. And they also have Rebecca. Like Rebecca, she went off the force to be a medic, right? A proper medic, like to study like vaccines and shit. Did they have a sample? Is Rebecca learning it? Will she get the vaccines for everyone? Or maybe not even Rebecca, like a proper pharmaceutical chain could pick it up and try to recreate the vaccine and help people, you know? So again, I got a lot of questions, like already. This game just came out and I'm already asking a lot of questions and I want the next game to know what's gonna happen next. But this game was definitely super solid. I'm talking for way too long now, just praises all over. And I also like the fact that they brought back for Grace, you got the whole typewriter, ink ribbons, and item box, while Leon is like modern. You got your shops going on and your modern computers for saves. It's like just proper good. Like, I enjoyed this game like immensely. But here we are. Let's check out the bonuses. I think I'm done talking about this game. There's probably a lot more I want to say about this, but currently at the top of my head, there's so many things shooting up in my brain and I just don't know which subject to pick. So it's best to say that this game was great. I loved it. The level design was great. The audio was great. The story was amazing. The gameplay was excellent. Something for every Resident Evil fan. Proper good game. So let's check out the bonuses. What do we got? Special content. So we get CP. And we get stuff. We got Freya's needle. Machine pistol. Uses handgun ammo. Kotetsu. Grace. That's a... what is that? Makeshift knife. It's a knife. Matilda for the Leon. Ghost Grudge for Leon. A demonic symbol. Redemption. A break action single shot pistol. Mid-20s abilities, immense firepower. Uses rifle ammo. Clatter carbine. It looks like a assault rifle. Mortal edge. A formidable instrument of death. The RPG-7 for Leon. Matsuoka Master Manual. A manual allows you to permanently increase the capacity of blood collected by 50. So this will probably give us to like 200. Infinite ribbons. Complete the main story by releasing Elpis within 4 hours. And this took me... then again, if I did this for 15 hours and already see people speedrunning the game in 2 hours, I think, yeah, 4 hours is doable. Tactical tracker modded. A bootleg tactical tracker. The system has been modified to offer more credits per kill. Advanced tuning. Destroy every Mr. Raccoon memorial. I missed one? Oh. That's okay, that's okay. A mysterious charm that works just by holding it. Increases firepower. Trusted companion charm. It's for Claire. Infinite ammo. Guns. 50,000. You gotta play the game a few more times to get that. Infinite durability. Hatchets. Infinite ammo. RPG-7. Well, we can get, yeah. I'm gonna get this, why not? All Raccoon memorials have been destroyed in this area, so I found all of them? Where did I miss one then? FBI attire. Costume for Grace, RPD uniform for Leon. So there's probably one inside the arc that I missed. That's unfortunate. Well, there's that concept art. We got... I'm not gonna go unlock anything, I'm just gonna... If I increased the brightness of my monitor or game, I could probably easily look at these. Chunk. Yeah, we can actually go through like blister heads, basically crimson heads. You kill a zombie, he comes back stronger than ever. Good design. Chunk was an interesting foe, an experiment done by them. Blisterborn. That was probably like a crimson head for Chunk. Emily mutated. Emily mutate Raccoon City. Titan Spinner Battle. That fucking spider boss was fucking great. East Raccoon City. Raccoon City zombies. BSAA camps. The highway. Motorcycle battle. Garmer. I kind of wish we saw these more on foot than just on the motorcycle bit, but that's all right. RPD in the orphanage. Tyrant T501. The fact that we got Mr. X in the game was like already. That was a nice throwback. And I bet the Tyrant 501 for the terrorists is like, it's a standard use. Ugh, sorry, I'm tired. Tyrant T501 was like for bioweapons, like you buy it, it's a good thing to use, and it's pretty unstoppable. Plant 43 battle. That's something I did not expect. I know Plant 43 was in RE2 inside Birkin's lab. I think they called it Nest or something like that in the remakes. And yeah, a bit unexpected to have this thing having to fight this thing. And it was a pretty simple fight at that. But still nice that it was there. Arc service entrance details inside Arc. Entrance. Supply box. Bioweapon pod details. Central finding system Pandora. Facing Zero. Arc lobby. Archives. The Requiem. Weapon designs. Item designs. That's cool. We got some models. Of course, I only got the Grace Apocalypse one. Porsche. Victor Gideon. Emily. Mutated. Xeno. Elite Guards. The Commander. Just hunk. I'm gonna look at him. Let's look at him. This guy was really unexpected to be in the game. Honestly. Hound Wolf. Norman Cole. Renwood Zombies. The Girl. Zombie Doctors. Patients. Staff. Cleaners. Chef. Singer. Surgeon. Chunk. Blister Head. Blister Bone. Titan Spinner. Raccoon City Zombies. Garmer. RPD Zombie. The Children. The Children experimentation thing was also pretty interesting. Tyrant T501. Super Tyrant. Plant 43. Arc Zombies. Liquor Beta 2. Victor Mutated. Grace's report. This is something that I would probably want to read. 60 pages! Oh my god. Alright, I'm actually going to read this one. Introduction. In 1998, Raccoon City was devastated by a massive outbreak caused by a viral leak from the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella. The United States government responded by launching a missile strike to wipe out the infected and erected a blockade to seal off the city. In 2004, following a court trial, the Umbrella Corporation declared bankruptcy. A complete account of the events was never released. However, in October 2026, it was discovered that the city had been used as a hub for the production of trafficking of bioweapons. This report reveals that the established narrative of the Raccoon City incident was falsified and elucidates newly discovered truths surrounding the incident. 1968. To properly understand the truth, we must first go back to the beginning of it all. In 1968, Oswald E. Spencer, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford founded the Umbrella Corporation. Having witnessed the horrors of the Second World War and the dread of the Cold War, Spencer felt a sense of despair at watching the world repeat the same mistakes. He felt like it was his duty to bring about a change to humanity. As stated in court records in following the Raccoon City incident, his ultimate goal was to bring about the viral evolution of the human race. Thus, he relentlessly pursued virus research through illegal and inhumane means. This fact remains unchanged. 1970s. From the very beginning of Umbrella, the company faced rapid change and intense internal strife, most notably the sharp ideological divide between Spencer and Marcus. According to court records, this conflict was cited as the primary factor leading to the unusual developments which followed. In 1978, James Marcus developed the T-virus, which would go on to become the cause of the subsequent outbreak. 1980s. This is a crucial period for understanding the basis of what caused the incident and the truth behind the entire case. Spencer's influence and Arc's establishment. Spencer used internal politics to have Marcus demoted, absorbing T-virus research into a facility under his own control. From there on, Umbrella began to actively research and develop bioweapons under Spencer's leadership. The underground facility known as ARC, which was discovered during recent events, originally served as the administrative center of Umbrella's research. Several documents outlining Spencer's plan for ARC have also been discovered. Except from the confiscated records, Long-Term Strategic Review 1980-0422, ARC-centric integrated research roadmap. Step 1, concentrated investment into Wesker's plan and the T-virus. Step 2, establishment of ARC as a central command center. Step 3, development of ELPIS. Step 4, memory transfer and forced evolution. This is the first record instance of a significant keyword, ELPIS. The connections, involvement. The following documents regarding Marcus's involvement were also discovered. Excerpt from the confiscated records. Receipt of donation, 1986-0138. Recipient James Marcus. Sender F Foundation. Amount, $30 million. This document shows a suspicious flow of funds being channeled to Marcus. Past FBI investigations revealed that the source of the funds, the F Foundation, was just one of the puppet organizations of the Connections. The F Foundation no longer exists. The Connections is a criminal organization that various government agencies have been sounding the alarm against for years. This illicit group at the heart of all this. Evidence suggests that the Connections sought involvement with Umbrella's central operation. Additional documents belonging to the protege of Marcus, Brandon Bailey, have been uncovered. Is that Mia? I don't know what's up with that guy's head over there. That's Emily, I think. No, not Emily. What was her name? Eve? Evie. From RE7. Excerpt from the confiscated records. Telegraph log 1988-0996. Sender Brandon Bailey, recipient F Foundation. Preparations are complete. I think it's time they made contact with me directly, don't you? I await a response. This indicates that Bailey took over correspondence with the Connections, succeeding Marcus. Bailey was rumored to be the founder of the Connections, but he may have only been a small cog in a larger machine. We now believe the Connections has had deep roots in the criminal underworld since before the 1980s. Much about the Connections remain unknown. Spencer's Purge. In order for Spencer to obtain complete control over Umbrella, he used force to deal with any internal opposition and influential adversaries. A list of these individuals, seemingly prepared by an associate of Spencer's, was recently discovered. Except from the confiscated records, re-evaluation list. Following the CEO's re-evaluation protocol, measures will be taken against these individuals. Cheryl Moore, Michael Kramer, James Marcus. Omitted. 1990s. During this period, Umbrella continued to grow and expand through ties with the government. The government organization became so large that Spencer could no longer fully control it. Numerous accidents plagued Umbrella facilities around the world as a result of poor management. Furthermore, information was being leaked to rival organizations and the Connections due to moles who had infiltrated the company. Yet, despite the circumstance, Spencer was able to thoroughly protect and complete his research at ARC, the research ELPIS. While most records regarding ELPIS were lost with the destruction of ARC, a precious few remain. Except from confiscated records, Spencer's message, 1999, data missing. Tricell, HCF, the family, and Umbrella. ELPIS shall bring it all to an end. Data corrupted. The only information leaked about ELPIS was that it had the potential to upset the military balance of the entire world. However, a strictly managed password known only to Spencer was needed to access it. What is ELPIS? ELPIS is a powerful antiviral drug. However, this was unknown to those who sought it. The Connections and the other black market groups mistakenly thought it to be a powerful bioweapon with the potential to control human minds. This confusion likely stemmed from the fierce competition surrounding bioweapon development. It was common knowledge that Spencer, the developer of ELPIS, aimed for the evolution and control of humanity through viral technology, completion of ELPIS. Based on data taken from the confiscated records and changes in Spencer's behavior, we believe ELPIS was completed around the mid-1990s. After this period, the records show a marked decrease in the number of public statements from Spencer. A similar decrease in activity was also observed at the Raccoon City orphanage. Disturbingly, it is suspected that the children at the orphanage had long been used for Umbrella experimentation. While Spencer frequently visited the orphanage, records indicate he stopped in the 1990s. Furthermore, the orphanage was under the research jurisdiction of William Birkin in the late 90s. Birkin turned against Spencer, ultimately leading to the leak of the T-virus. 1998, the Raccoon City incident. The T-virus leaked from the Umbrella research facility in Raccoon City, causing an unprecedented outbreak. In response, the government decided to launch a missile strike on the city under the pretense of containing the spread. However, this is where we had been misled. The missile strike was not launched to prevent the spread of infection. A plan was formed to disrupt the relationship between the government and Umbrella and shift the blame for illegal activities onto Spencer. Found records indicate that the connections lobbied for the missile strike. Except from the confiscated records, access log, first assembly minutes, ARC has been secured, commenced the missile strike. The blame will fall solely on Spencer. With this, Umbrella will be dismantled and will seize their assets. Their goal was the acquisition of Umbrella assets, particularly the thing they believed would disrupt the world's military balance, Elpis. Due to Bailey's involvement, the connections were aware of Umbrella's inner workings prior to the Raccoon City incident. This set them up to swiftly secure ARC before instructing the government to carry out the missile strike. After the Raccoon City incident, the Umbrella trials. As is well known, trials were held after the events of the Raccoon City incident. Testimony from Raccoon City survivors, along with evidence submitted by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, demonstrated the scope of Umbrella's nefarious activities. Evidence against Spencer was presented at trials by a subordinate, Albert Wesker. It is now evident that Wesker was linked to Tricell, which in turn had strong ties to the connections. Therefore, it is highly likely there was pressure from the government and the connections during the trials. In 2004, following the outcome of the trials, Umbrella was forced into bankruptcy. Just as the connections and the government intended, Oswald E. Spencer was held accountable as CEO and he disappeared from the public eye. Acquisition of ARC. The connections and the government seized ARC during the Raccoon City incident. Thereafter, ARC served as a base for the research, development, distribution of bioweapons. Documents believed to be transaction lists have also been seized. These list Umbrella's competitors along with organizations that were previously found guilty of illegal activity. Unfortunately, most evidence was lost with the collapse of ARC. Recovery efforts continue, but success is unlikely. Proliferation of bioterrorism. Following the Raccoon City incident, weaponized viruses developed by Umbrella were leaked. Subsequently, instances of bioterrorism utilizing this technology spread around the globe. In 2013, President Adam Benford was assassinated in a bioterrorist attack. Intelligence agencies reported the president wished to reveal the full truth about the Raccoon City incident. It is possible that the President Benford was privy to the facts revealed in this report. I think this is talking about Resident Evil 6. Spencer's final years. Remaining records about Spencer after the dissolution of Umbrella are scarce, but a new source of information has recently come to light, an interview conducted by Grace Ashcroft. Despite being responsible for countless atrocities, Spencer showed some signs of remorse in his interview. Having lost everything, he sought atonement. While Elpis is a powerful instrument that can render viral weapons inert, it also has the potential as a panacea to be used for good. It's possible that Spencer's true motivations behind Elpis were peace and redemption. While he remained obsessed with the evolution of humanity throughout his later years, most testimonies describe him as nothing but a senile old man. Spencer died in 2006 at his scheduled estate. His true intentions behind developing Elpis will forever remain unknown. Conclusion. As we can see from the records, the Umbrella Corporation's liquidation was intentionally orchestrated by the connections and the US government. Furthermore, they were involved in the illegal development and trafficking of bioweapons in Raccoon City. The extent to which was past and present governments were involved requires further investigation. Much about the connections remain shrouded in mystery, but most records of their involvement were destroyed alongside ARC. Countless lives have been lost. As government officials, we have a duty to pursue the truth. If anything, Finding it will finally offer some closure to everyone who fell victim to these heinous actions. FBI intelligence analyst Grace Ashcroft. It's a nice report. Yeah, the challenges. Remarkable angel, complete main story on insanity difficulty. Well, I don't. Maybe at some point. Wow, we have done a lot of stuff. Master craftsman, craft every possible item with Leon. Well, I didn't do that. Defeat at least 3 enemies with a single Requiem shot. Well, I didn't really use the Requiem that much because I kept saving ammo for. I even barely used it in the final boss against Gideon. Cat got your tongue. Cut the tongue off a liquor using the hatchet. Huh, that would have been cool. Grace and Goliath. Defeat a chunk as Grace. Huh. You little rascal. Destroy every Mr. Raccoon memorial. I missed one. Yay. Speed Demon. Complete the main story by releasing Elpis within 4 hours. Credit where credit is due. Earned 200,000 credits. Well, wasn't far off, but still there was still a lot to go. Bloodlust. Collect 5,000 microsamples of affected blood with the blood collector. Halfway through. Model Mania. You all models. Curator. You all concept art. Never touch the stuff. Complete the main story without using herbs or med injectors. That sounds impossible. Minimalist. Complete the main story without Grace using the blood collector. And the final puzzle. Let the sweet pair hear the voice. Sweet pair hear the voice. Bonus settings. Leon's costume. Got the default one and the jacket. Grace, jacket, default jacket, Apocalypse. Alligator Snapper, Leon, default with a tactical light. Interesting. But I've been yapping for a while now. We have finished the game. We can probably start a new game. We can do an intense gameplay experience only for those who dare. Play at your own risk. From what I can understand from the challenge that we got here, the final puzzle, and I've seen YouTube thumbnails, people are actually playing, and there's a new puzzle inside that you can solve, which would be interesting to do, but maybe at some point I might come back to this game because I actually really enjoyed it. Because playing on standard classic difficulty, I had too much resources at the end of the game. A bit too much. And I played fairly well, I think. But yeah. Anyway, I think we should end it here. This was a big game, and I really appreciate that I own this game. I got it as a gift, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, I really like it. It's very high up the charts of Resident Evil games, of all the Resident Evil games. I can rank it very high. It's like A rank, S rank. I don't even know. I would have to put all RE games on a tier list to be able to figure out where I want to put Requiem in. Or maybe I need to do another playthrough of it, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, solid game. Everyone should check it out, especially if you're a fan. It doesn't matter if you're a classic RE fan or a modern day RE fan, or even a fan of just Resident Evil 6 and 5, 4, 5, and 6. This game needs to be played by anyone. Even someone who hasn't played the game could find this game really fun to play. They might not really understand Leon's story, but hey, you got Grace. She's a new character. She plays a big role in it. And I think a lot of people need to try it. If not now, at least wait for some sales to come by. Because then again, buying new games nowadays is very expensive, especially with how our world is currently going through right now. So, those who can buy it, I would recommend to buy it. Those who have troubles purchasing a game, I recommend wait for the sales and buy it. Find other ways to play it. Just play it. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. I sure as hell did. It was a long one. I think it's the longest one on my channel, not counting Resident Evil 6 because it had multiple scenarios to go through. But as a single story, I think this has been the longest one I've done on my channel yet. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys on the next game. Bye bye.